Shad, what was your reaction to seeing that Pistons and Wolves brawl Sunday night?
It was good to see.
About time?
Yeah. I mean, even though it all was fake and wasn't really going nowhere, nobody really wanted to do anything, but probably the two teams in the league that really got that grit others outside of Houston that'll really go out there and show you what they got and leave it all on the floor. I respect it, for sure.
Alexi, what you think about that fight last night?
I'm glad they actually fought. I mean, I'm tired of seeing them like fake square up and stuff. So to see them actually get into it was entertaining. I'm glad no one got hurt. But it's nice to see players like stand up for their teammates. But I didn't even think the foul on Naz Reid was even that crazy. So I wasn't watching the game. I was watching girls' college all day yesterday.
Well, shout out.
But yeah.
I'm playing. You watch those Bruins?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what time it is.
Yeah.
They looking good out there.
Yeah, we living good in Westwood.
Yeah. They might.
I know you work. We still got our IG bet going.
Hey.
Jaquez family. Shout out Jaime Jaquez Sr.
They might.
Rest of the family. Gabriella Jaquez did her
just
thing.
Might.
But this side of the couch, Swaggy, what was your reaction to that?
First off, that was a flex. The car, a little flex, a little Gil flex. Watching it on the screen in the car and shit.
Every car now got a TV.
No, it don't. My van I got outside don't got.
They got two in the back.
You got a big bag, man.
It do, but it's in Chinese.
Yeah, I tell you, you're not supposed to read.
The kids are trying to, the kids like.
You can't.
Ni hao.
You can't read anyway.
I ain't gonna argue, you know. Thank you, I appreciate it.
We're at $1 million, Swag, so you spread positivity, brother.
That was a van driver. I mean,
Don't that make you feel like a van driver?
I mean, it's big to the mother. Damn. But it do come in handy for other stuff. But look though, I did use it, but you might have to wipe it down. Yeah, might have to wipe it down.
Can y'all take the sage out to Swaggy?
Yeah, the van, do the whole thing. But yeah, I like
Blessed
to see
in
it.
China.
Say that again? What'd you say? It comes in handy?
It comes because I got like, I be moving shit. You know, I be moving shit. Yeah.
Little dealer.
Okay. Save.
Got PTSD from that.
Oh, that's how I felt, huh?
That's how it felt.
Yeah, so what was that again?
That's how it really felt. You see me the next day, it's crazy. But look though, man.
It was the next day.
Can I answer the question?
Answer.
So look.
It was like 3 weeks later.
Can I get my gun? I brought it. Is the gun is in the locker room. I mean, yeah, just bring it just in case.
It's loaded too.
Yeah, it's loaded. So somebody needs to slap Isaiah ass. I gotta see if he really tough. I know he punked you and all in Vegas, but somebody gotta just
Seattle Tacoma area at the Zeke end.
It wasn't actually a punk.
It wasn't.
It was a conversation.
It was a Debo.
It was a lot more. It was a lot more. It was a lot more dangerous than you all believe it to be.
Yeah.
It was a lot more confrontational than.
Wait, what happened?
Than people think.
He ran up on Gil. We were getting ready to do a shoot.
We was talking to B-Roy. B-Roy.
I was having a nice little conversation with B-Roy.
Shout out Brandon Roy.
And he decided to walk up on me.
Who does that off the court? That's when you know you kind of crazy.
No, but it looked like he was paying homage at first. Like he walking up like, yo, what's up? And he, now that I got you here.
Now that I got you.
It was one of them. It was one of them. And looked around like, ain't nowhere to run either. Like we was right there where the door was. He was like,
I had to look up. They got the cameraman. Shot right there with me.
Josiah sitting down over there, so we good, but we like, he's a big.
I'm not gonna lie,
motherfucker, man.
I'm not gonna lie. I did the math, and it wasn't enough. But I was ready to take an ass whooping in Gil's defense. I was like, damn, you look big as fucking real life, dude.
While he was talking, I was trying to calculate the moves. Like, okay,
if he gonna swing.
Like, if I run, try to turn, or can shot block him before I get it.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, should I step in? I'm like, nah.
He
must have did some shit to this nigga.
He trying to play it off.
Hell no, I wasn't trying to play it off.
You know how bullshit.
Once he started talking, I realized he didn't read the same thing I wrote.
It was like 7 paragraphs on the IG.
I know. I just realized he didn't read what I had wrote.
He don't look like he read, man.
I was thinking I had to Google exactly what I read, and I was like, Yeah. Yeah, he had to play in the NBA because.
No, he ain't read that. He heard it.
He heard.
Yeah, he heard. He heard it. He heard. He seen the letters and heard it. Like he seen it. He's like, nigga, what? I can't wait to see your ass. What you say about my mama? I ain't say nothing about your mama, nigga. I seen it. You know, you heard it, bro. You didn't see nothing. I didn't write none of that.
Nah, because I said, yo, you don't know the NBA fighting playbook. I said, you supposed to wait till your teammates grab you and then you pretend it so you don't lose no money.
So this is when Beef Stew tried to rush LeBron.
Yeah.
Pistons Lakers game.
I was like, yeah, you supposed to wait till your teammates get you and then you pretend so you don't lose no money, right? You give the fans what they want and then you still. And I think he read that he waited till his teammates got there to pretend to be tough.
He read.
Wasn't he running free?
No, he read.
No,
he read. Man, you acted like a little bitch.
You gonna wait
That's what he heard.
You gonna wait till he
Because
Did you call me a bitch?
yeah, because when he said, and I knew there was a problem. He said, so my teammates are here now.
Yeah, that's what he said. As soon as he was
said
like,
that?
yeah. But he looked around first. He looked around. He was just like,
And then Gil, you were like,
what's up? We was like, ooh.
you didn't understand what I said. So.
He said, my teammates ain't here yet.
We was like, huh?
But they were not.
Yeah, we was
His
like,
teammates
huh?
were not
He
here.
was like, nah, that shit you said.
No, so
Yeah,
he
I
wrote it
remember.
for all y'all like that? By himself?
Well,
There wasn't a bunch of Jamaicans.
Nah, I'm gonna tell you this.
Nah.
He wasn't.
If you seen a bunch of Jamaicans.
wasn't.
Nah, he was all of them. He was all of Jamaicans. Like, you know how Jamaicans got a lot of jobs? All his jobs was whooping ass.
All four.
All
All
four, five.
three of y'all. What is that? All three of y'all.
He was Birdman without the other ones, right? It was just him. I ain't got no teammates now. I had to look like,
he did not.
yeah.
Damn, that's kind
And
of
the way he was talking, I was just like,
Did you clear the
yeah.
air?
I'm not about to.
Somebody got
The air was not clear.
No.
It was.
How
it was,
did that?
It was
how
left
did that
musty.
interaction end?
How did it end?
Yeah, how did
I
that
end the same way it's supposed to end.
Security?
Keep my name out your mouth. Keep my wife's name out your motherfucking mouth.
And like Chris Rock didn't do, I was like, you right? Yes,
He
sir.
said that?
No, it was just yes, sir. I got you. Okay, yeah.
No doubt.
Nah, that ain't. See, you growing up.
So you would have got dragged.
You growing up.
I didn't have it.
You growing up?
I didn't have it. I
I'm
wasn't
about to say,
out of my
I'm about to say,
element.
you growing
'Cause
up.
You know, hey, listen, I was thinking, well, you
growing up.
You lucky you wasn't in my spirit world. Oh my God,
growing
I
up.
had them dragged.
Nick.
It would have took a lot of them,
Nick.
but I would have paid a lot of people.
Yeah.
But
Growing up.
Bad
He
thing
won.
is, we had to go out and play against the nigga after that encounter. I had to go guard him.
What you mean?
We was doing
Where was
the
it?
Isaiah the pro-am shit.
it was a pro-am thing.
So it was me and
He was in
BJ.
his hometown.
Me and BJ was
saying.
filling in. We just, we just out there.
The Zeke end in Tacoma.
I'm saying.
We rode out to the Zeke end to
We don't
support
lose.
Okay.
We don't
Isaiah
lose.
Thomas.
Got it.
Great community. It was for the
Oh, y'all
community
played.
though.
You didn't have to jump him.
No, I had to let him know I was guarding him. Like, yeah, hey,
Hey, he's strong out there.
Hey, you strong,
was
but I'm
strong.
strong too. You know what I'm saying? But look, if you're gonna knock him out,
We gotta knock him out.
just knock him out quick.
Gotta
Don't,
knock
don't
him out.
you know what I'm saying? Don't keep beating him. Just hit him one time,
Yeah.
and we gonna pick Gil up and we're gonna carry him to the car.
No. He can't knock Gil out.
He already
No, I'm telling him that.
I would have had to I was speaking first.
I can tell you
I
right
was
now.
speaking first, and then you just got to jump.
We would have all swung. It just wouldn't. It would have been like
I
a
would've
Stephen
told
A.
y'all,
swinging on Bron.
Sure, we was gonna
It was-
jump him.
I would
Yeah, we gonna
have
jump.
It would've been
told y'all to stand down. Don't even
It
worry
would have
about
been
that.
a Stephen A. swinging on
There's a
Bron
lot of people
situation.
in Detroit that owe me money, and they need to clear that debt.
Damn.
They got to clear that debt. It's like 300,000-400,000.
No,
Right?
we
You
still
got to
don't
clear
want
your
that
debt.
punch. We still don't want the punch. The punch probably would have been on camera. You can't have us looking like that.
Oh no.
Not looking like that.
Oh,
That's
no.
what I'm saying. I would have
Somebody
swung.
was filming.
That's why I would have swung.
Somebody was
That's why I would have
actually
swung
filming.
first.
No.
No, that's the thing.
Cameras,
That was
GoPro.
Like a real camera?
Somebody.
So y'all have
That was the best part about it.
on
How
film.
diabolical you gotta be to film that encounter?
That was the best part about it. Nobody was filled. It would have just been. I had on all white. You would have seen it.
Now I'm scared to
At
be
least
caught
he
by
was-
myself.
I mean,
Yeah.
good for him for walking up on y'all.
But when he left, we were talking
Good for
again.
him. Because Gil said.
Even though he didn't understand what you said,
This
but-
is what Gil said right after that. He said, it's the one time I ain't bringing my strap.
Yep. I know it.
Good.
That's what I'm saying.
Like in the car, like he felt sometimes like
He felt some way.
He was like, man, I can't believe
had the
he felt
audacity to
comfortable.
walk up
Look, he made the calls on the
I
way
know how
back. He was
Gil
on the
felt.
phone like,
I know how you felt.
calling, like, nah, I got him outside the crib,
I know
right?
how Gil is.
You got his address? Anybody know his address in Detroit?
I'm
I'ma teach him a lesson.
Seat around.
You don't make shit die.
Yeah, it didn't feel good. It didn't feel good at all. I didn't like that feeling.
We talked a lot about on this couch about why dudes don't want to fight nowadays. You get suspended. I mean, that's just a business decision, right? That's $400,000 or $500,000 decision if you do decide to squabble. Back in October, Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla said the NBA should add more entertainment value by bringing back fighting. So I want to ask this couch, should the NBA allow fighting to help boost ratings? And if so, what should be the criteria? We can't have enforcers like hockey?
No.
It's not about being rap.
If they get mad because we're critiquing them now, how bad you think you can't fight, nigga?
Yeah.
You
I
can't
feel like
look
people
at
would get seriously hurt.
You can't fight.
Yeah, no fighting.
People
You
would
can
get
wrestle and
injured.
shit. It shouldn't be that much.
Some wrestling?
Well, because hockey and football, you have all this protective gear on.
Well, you
so,
got
like,
skates. You're skating and
they're not
trying to
in-
fight.
Yeah, right. You look goofy.
You look goofy.
You look goofy.
They got
like a
rules though. You gotta grab
cartoon
some shit. You gotta
Yeah.
You gotta try not to
But
fall.
you have all this stuff on for protection. Like even when football players punch each other in the helmet, I'm like, y'all look
Probably
dumb.
the dumbest shit I think I've ever seen.
And you
don't feel
Great
it.
man.
So yeah,
Just
basketball
something to help.
fighting, like people could actually hurt themselves and
Really
hurt each
get knocked
other.
out.
In hockey, if you fight, it's a 5-minute major penalty, but you get to stay in the game.
But
All
you
they
know,
do is, yeah, go ahead.
you gotta be like, you gotta give credit to actually the players, you know, since Chris Childs, we don't give a shout out to OG.
Yeah.
But since then, like, as many scuffles as we do see, we haven't actually seen someone really throw punches, right? And so you can see that they not really trying to hit each other or hurt each other.
I mean, we've seen choke out.
Like we seen Choke, like Rudy Gobert. I was surprised he even
Sacre Blue.
was trying to be in there. I thought he would have been turned around because last time he was facing
Same way.
the fight, he got his ass.
Same way. I thought he was
learned.
gonna do that to somebody.
Yeah.
This is my third.
I'd have been that motherfucker like fight here. I'd have been turned around.
I'd have got
my
bitched too
third.
from the back. Yeah. Ain't no consequence to it no more though. Really, it's like Draymond got away with a lot of shit, so it's like you gotta kind of let shit go now. But like you said, the extreme of it of trying to go and really fight and put hands, you gotta really dislike somebody.
Yeah,
you gotta be like, nah, I've been wanting to fuck him up anyway. So I think even the consequence of losing that money and suspension and ridicule, it's like, is it worth it? Depending on who you punching, it may be.
Is that why we don't see beef like we used to see back in the day?
Get your ass whooped.
Yeah.
The only actual hands is Chris Paul and Rondo because they actually.
Oh yeah. And that was a cheat. He kind of.
Yeah. Other than that, you don't really see nobody's trying to really.
Yeah, that's
Like I don't like you that much. It's just whatever's happening in the game. So I'm not trying to really.
Shout out Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace, on the sideline, ready to
hands
Oh,
up.
yeah, he was ready to go.
He was ready
Didn't he
to
get spit on? He spit on.
Yeah, he
Rondo.
spit on him.
Yeah, that's disrespectful.
Yeah,
now
that-
you gotta do something there.
You can't,
Yeah, you gotta do
Yeah,
something
spitting
there.
on someone is.
I'm sorry. He spit on me. It ain't worth $400,000. I'm sorry.
You just gonna take it?
It ain't worth $400,000.
Your reaction gonna just do something though. Somebody go to your face and you just go,
If it hits you in your face, Gil,
Get ready, and all I see is $400,000.
if it hits you right,
$400,000. That's is all I see.
What's your response?
But it's gonna cost you about
Me, if
to
someone
get 'em
spits
back.
on
you
me?
know what you gonna
What's
do.
your response?
It's gonna cost
probably something very girly.
Girl?
Oh my God. I can't. What the fuck?
Are you gonna retaliate? Are you gonna retaliate?
What the fuck is this? No,
Ew.
like you weird bitch.
And that's it,
Like
right?
that's it.
I ain't never heard her.
Like what? All right.
Subscriber.
Everybody
episode of
relax.
Gil The
Everybody
Crew.
relax. I just don't say the N-word.
Lexi's a nigga! Yeah!
Lexi has broken character.
D Brown! Yeah!
You
Yeah,
wish
D.
a bit.
Well,
Oh my
now we know what you
That's
really
my
like
one
talk
first
sports.
word for the month, guys.
Mama looking at you like, yeah, girl, let him know. Let him know. Lexi.
Little Lexi.
Little Lexi.
So let's talk a little bit about these Pistons. As JB Bickerstaff has already said, this Pistons squad plays with a physicality that makes them disliked by other teams around the league and even some officials. We've seen them get into various incidents throughout the course of this season. Team is drawing comparisons to the bad boy Pistons of the 1980s with their brash style and toughness. And even with Cade Cunningham's sideline, Pistons got a big win over the Cavs Friday to become the first team in NBA history to triple their win total from the previous season.
Damn.
I think there are 42 wins right now. So how far away is this modern-day bad boy squad from being a legit contender in the East?
I think they figured it out. The lead is kind of, I don't want to say soft, but you can bully some of these kids, and I think that's what they're doing. That's a good way to win. It's a good strategy.
Hell yeah.
People don't like to get touched. These young guys, they ain't been through that much adversity really in the league, so them getting pushed around, getting touched, could throw them off their game to me, I feel like. So you see him going out there every game doing something crazy. So obviously it's working. They telling them to do it. He's programmed now to be the enforcer, so he out there grabbing nuts and all kind of shit.
And it's working. Look, Pistons fifth in the East right now, 42 and 33.
Like, you were doing so well.
He
You were
was-
doing all the way to the end.
the fact that you
I was
just
just about to say,
grabbed
clip
nuts,
it, clip
like,
it.
he
And
just,
it is.
like,
There was a
Shit.
screen grab of
Damn it, Nick.
there was a screen grab
It
of
was so
Beast.
close.
He was, hey
There was a
man,
screen grab
making
of
a
Beast
valid-
hemming up DiVincenzo, had his
a
hands
valid
in a sensitive area,
Comment. Ruin it at
doing
the
a
end.
junk check.
I feel like you have a switch in your brain.
I
You're like,
got
this
to-
is
I
making
got
too
to-
much
fuck
sense.
it
Let
up.
me say something
it's too much
stupid.
sense. I can't do this.
Say
Yeah,
something dumb at the end.
I got to do it.
Got to do it.
Yeah, you said some controversial things about the Pistons in the past. Had Detroit mad at you? Said you had to do a mandatory check-in when you pulled up to the city. You retracted a lot of that stuff. Obviously
Lucky for
showing
me,
love.
none of my flights go to Detroit.
Yeah.
Right, I just don't need to stop there. I can go straight to wherever I'm going to. I don't fly Southwest. You feel me? Because
Wow.
that seems like a nice little destination for Southwest.
I feel like Delta.
That,
also
that, Memphis, Indiana, that just seems like it just, that's the places they drop, you know? You get,
But moving over this side,
that's where the buddy pass goes. Right?
Todd, when you look at this Pistons squad,
First class, American, United, wherever I want to go.
Hey, you can be first class in Southwest. It's first come, first serve.
you got to get the big seat. You got to get into that,
it's like-
that
I
A1
like
that
through 15. You already know that first class
It's like
seat on
Golden
Southwest.
Corral.
But that's not
Right,
first.
it's all
That's
you
not
can
first
eat.
class.
That's the first class seat on
priority.
Southwest.
It's
You can hit them with this.
Class.
It's not first
Just
class.
priority.
It's first come, first serve.
Yeah.
That's buffet.
the exit row.
Buffet.
You get
That exit
with no
row.
seat in front of you.
With the full
The
extension.
seat don't go back.
But the seat's tight though, so you got to sit like
Yeah, that
this.
shit bullshit.
With the joint
The
out.
ashtray still there. You can still
Man,
got
man,
ashtrays on the plane, fam. You got an ashtray on the plane. Tell me I can't smoke. Somebody answer this shit. They don't be making no sense. What the fuck is this doing here? There's still ashes in it.
That should not get quick.
1985.
They think I'm like that. Goddamn. Shit, I can't smoke. I can't smoke.
But when you look at this Pistons squad, shop, fifth in the East right now. Cade Cunningham should be in the All-NBA discussion. Should likely make a team. Already made his first All-Star game this year. How far away do you think they are from being a legit contender?
They give me 2004 Piston vibes.
Okay.
I think not trying to compare each player to each, player on the 04 team, but the energy, the defensive recognition, I think between Durden and Stewart, you got Sasser, you got, Beasley, you got guys that are willing to go out there and really put their neck on the line, Ivy, and then Cunningham, you know what I'm saying? Like him being a mix of Chauncey and Rip all in one. And so being able to regulate those positions and take them over the top of expectations, I think is dope. Because, the Larry Brown, Joe Dumars era is over. Yeah. So it's about who's going to implement their name on this new Piston squad. And I think, JB has the experience to do so. He's been around enough to know exactly what the league likes and doesn't like. And I think how he's built the Cavs and then coming over here seeing the fruits of his labor, I think it's going to be dope to see how far Detroit goes, for sure.
I love Cade's mentality. Earlier in the season, he was talking about Jalen Green, said we both know what it is.
Yeah.
We don't got to like each other. We both know what it is. We see each other on the court, but
They made Tobias Harris tough this year.
Man, hard thing to do.
Hard thing to do.
They got to tread lightly a little bit. No, I mean, because just Detroit, period. Like, they're known for rough and tough, gritty basketball, but they're champions, right? When no one thinks of Detroit Pistons as champs, like they're a championship city,
Yeah.
right?
Three
Because
championships.
But they
because
just known
the
as the bad boys.
punching and the fighting
Did
and the
they-
bad
they
boy
did,
style overlooked.
Bad Boys
so Bad Boys 1, 2.
They won
They got
two,
the
and
one
then-
04 with
And then the 04, see the 04 wasn't a bad boys team. There just was a great defensive team. This team is more like the bad boy style, which, if no one noticed, that got quickly banned. So when I say this team has to tread lightly, that's not the NBA today.
Right.
And
find a happy medium.
It's gonna be one of those things where, Stewart himself, because, everyone's looking at him as the engine of this type of style, and he will be exiled for what's going on there and replaced.
I don't think it's good for the league, though.
No, this is not the. This is why they got rid of it the first time.
We're talking about if he can control it. If he can control it.
Jordan, right? So you don't want the star players to be hurt and bullied because the sponsorships don't want it.
That's what I'm saying. So if you could control it, right? So I think he's been controlling it.
Yeah.
More than Draymond can control it. And I think Stewart's intimidation factor started because he went against who?
LeBron. Yeah.
That's what gave him the reputation of, when I step on the court and I foul you and I look at you like, what? What you gonna do? You stand down.
If he made it past that, he can make it.
No, but
And then that's Ron Artest's
that's where he
energy. That's
started.
all that old school
I
energy.
thought he was done after
But unlike Draymond Green, he's actually physically fighting. Right? You think about the stuff that happened in Phoenix, right? Where he actually
After the
yeah,
game
so
went
like
off the
he's
court.
actually putting
He fought
hands
somebody
on.
after?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they
Banks.
fought. I think it was a boom boom type of situation, but I think Stewart is a bully.
Well, he doesn't even play enough
He's a bully.
for it
And
to
that's
be-
the
But he
part of
does.
it.
He does.
Minutes a game.
He's good.
I mean, no, I'm not saying that he's not good enough to play. I'm saying like he doesn't have enough minutes for it to be like their complete
So, like,
identity
that's-
all the time.
it's his
So they just like throw him in
personality,
there
But
to stir
has that
shit
kind of
up.
Rick Mahorn type feel
But that's
to
what
it.
you.
Charles Barkley type. He's the rough,
Yeah.
rugged.
Like he's important.
Yes, very
Very
important.
important.
Very
about
important.
that?
But it's in the. Like think about it, they're already
They not
looking
gonna
at
go
them
how he
sideways,
goes.
right?
Right.
The refs don't like it, right? The league is trying to figure out how to. So they're gonna be getting penalties and kicked out of the game.
Like that would happen last night. That can't happen.
But you have to, this is what I'm saying as far as containing it. Containing the hard foul. That was a hard foul that was overreacted by Nas. So for Isaiah and his dude, when he pushed his dude,
'Cause where did
listen, Isaiah's
come
just
from? Where
like
did Isaiah come
Isaiah's
from?
just like Draymond.
Right.
He just
Right,
he
reacted.
came out of
He
nowhere.
saved my teammate.
That's-
Yeah.
So
That's all he's thinking.
DiVincenzo kind of
Which
initiated
I like
it.
that.
Yeah.
I love that.
But that's why.
So we
Stewart-
can't blame him for being the Superman of the
he's-
situation
yeah.
because he's the dude that's like, when shit go down, I'm gonna move everybody out the
Yeah.
way and say, who got the problem? That's it.
Listen, everybody wants Draymond Green out the league, and he has 4 rings to back it. What do you think they're gonna do to someone in Detroit?
But if the Pistons can get to that level where
Like
they're
a-
a championship level team, does that change
He's
the whole
okay.
demeanor about
They're
it?
not even gonna let them.
But Steven Adams used to do that too, right? He used to be like the enforcer.
Yeah, but he didn't have a reputation for being that type of player.
But yeah, he was like the keep the peace
Like think about it,
enforcer. Isaiah be
DiVincenzo.
trying to
But he's an antagonizer, but you need that type of character.
Yeah, I think
you
you
need
need that
different
for the
characters.
league. I
If
think
we
you
was to
need-
do NBA streets
You need
right now
that.
with the guys, Isaiah Stewart would have his own character
Yeah.
as being the enforcer, knock you on your head, get the rebound, elbows. You need guys like
You
that.
do.
How many other guys is it besides him and Draymond? Maybe Dylan Brooks.
Yeah.
Nobody
Yeah,
else
I'm trying
is
to get
tough
rid of
and rugged
Brooks,
like that.
though.
Yeah, they were trying to
course.
pack
Trying to
them
get
up.
rid of-
They got rid of Brooks. They're talking
I
about
know
Memphis
he's
got rid
laughing
of
at
Brooks.
Memphis.
Do you
now.
think it would have been as
Laughing
big
his
if he
ass
would have
off.
never win that, Brian, though?
No, imagine if this was in Detroit. What would be the outlook now?
That's a good
You
point.
see what I'm saying? Like,
That's a good point right
was
there.
at home.
If this was
If it was
if this
in
was
Detroit,
in
same
Detroit, it
situation.
reminds them of
Bad boys.
all the bad shit that Detroit has under their name. That's what I'm saying. They don't look at Detroit as a winning organization. They look at it like a black cloud. Everyone thinks of bad boys when they look at this team. So if this was in Detroit, we will be having videos of what happened before. That's not a good look for this team. So what ends up happening is going to penalize the shit out of this team, and then at some point within the next 2 years, they would get rid of Stewart.
Let's
They
be
don't need
honest.
to be like that all the time because Cade is way too talented.
And
They
that's
don't need,
and that's where they're gonna
you
erase
don't
this
need
light
that.
from them. They're gonna try to get the cloud out
They
so
need
they
it
can
for
look at
Cade
Cade
to
in a
elevate.
good
Give
light.
you a great
Yeah, so
take
Cade
right here.
can
Give
get
you a
elevated.
great take right here, right? You look at the bad boys, the 04 team, Malice, right? That was the best thing that happened to basketball at that time.
It was entertaining.
The best thing we had seen. It was boring. What the fuck? Did Ron Artest just go in the stands?
Yeah.
Hold up. Did Jermaine O'Neal just knock the fan out?
That was hard.
Holy
Shout out
shit.
Turtle.
What is going
That
on?
shit was
Now,
crazy.
fans are now tuning in to hope
Yeah.
that y'all get in another fight next week. That's the best shit we seen
Right.
all. So now we looking at ratings dropping. We looking at the LeBron show. We looking at everything, the Stephen A. and everything that's going on. Then we see this fight and we're like, we want to stop that? Shit, we need some more fights.
Yeah.
Well, just think
We need
about
some more
Yeah.
like intensity. Even though, like, I get what Gil
Yeah, because a lot of people are
I
saying
get
that
what
the
he's
guys
saying.
play like they don't care.
Sponsorship,
It's not true.
sponsorship went down. The dress code came in. Everything changed.
But that was a different
So
time.
yeah, as a fan, a few fans that like that kind of stuff, yeah, it happened. But overall, the NBA took such a big hit because we were thugs. So what did they do after that?
It was a different
Dress
time,
code.
though.
Don't throw nothing in the stands. We became so policed that it was crazy. They took away hand gestures. If you hand gest, they was penalizing you.
Well, that's a different
We got our ass whooped.
And it wasn't the
Because
social,
of
it
that.
wasn't the
It's
social
social
media.
media.
You know what I'm
era.
saying is, y'all wasn't in the league yet. We couldn't do nothing. I had to
remember.
beg
I can't
the
It was
NBA.
the next year. It
No,
was
what
the
I'm saying is I had to beg the NBA, can I still please throw my jerseys because the fans like this? Like it was, like we were handcuffed because of it.
But this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Even though all that, even though,
Adam-
my jersey like
Adam
you,
Silver
they
not.
got mad at me.
Yeah.
even though all that shit is real, all that shit is real.
Yeah.
Even though the league at that time needed that fight. Even though we went through all of those changes, dress code, it's a different time. There's no social media. Now that there's social media, everybody's attention span is so short.
Yeah.
It's like
Right.
the
Tomorrow
ball
they're
is
gonna
so
forget
bad
about that shit.
to the point where it's like Detroit's playing good ball, the Wolves are
nobody-
playing
yeah.
bad ball. They fight, and it's like, why they fight? And it's like, because Detroit, they getting better.
Yeah.
They fighting for some. The Wolves, they complacent. They expecting to be here. They got this prima donna attitude. So now when you think you supposed to get a foul and I foul you and I'm a young nigga and you looking at me like, hey man, you punk ass, don't be fouling me like that. It's like, man, who is you? We Detroit. We came together. We didn't come by one.
But what's
What's
crazy,
up?
they both have a similar record, right? But we would say that the Wolves this season are underperforming, and
Yes.
obviously the Pistons
Yeah, so see how
triple
the
in there.
energy
Yeah,
is.
but you look at the two teams, similar record, obviously different conferences, different standings. But
No,
If
but
you
what,
could contain it, it would be.
no, but what I'm
You
saying
can
is like
take it.
just
Like
like
same exact
if I'm
record. That's
just as a
crazy.
veteran looking at Stewart, right? He didn't even start it. Right? This is DiVincenzo, right? This is that group, but who is the
we talking about?
poster child about
Who
it?
we talking about right there?
One, because that's where the target is. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. When someone gets penalized, it's going to be him because they just feel he is the reason somehow.
Yeah.
Even though for the most
Right,
part,
even
he's
Zetto
always
kind of started all the
he's
fighting
controlled.
part.
Like when I watch him and something happens, he just usually do the point. Like I'm
Yeah.
gonna get you later.
Yeah.
That's usually his thing.
you play with Legos,
Right.
leave me in the bag.
This
You
is one
want
of those things where when shit like this happens, he actually has to remove himself because only everyone's looking at him. What is he doing?
But does
he's
he-
gonna like if the Golden State Warriors got in a scuffle right now, the whole world is looking at what is Draymond doing.
But if Draymond removes himself or if Beef Stew removes himself from that
They're
situation,
gonna be like,
does that
see, all you
reflect
do
poorly?
is talk. All you
No.
do is talk. They
No.
put them
You have to
Draymond-
remove yourself
situations.
because you know, no matter who started this shit, they're gonna blame me. I'm the reason it started. And that's the problem where,
Draymond choked.
No, what I'm
motherfucker
saying,
while
yes.
he wasn't even in it.
but that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Right, because if he
Just got
could've-
in it and
if
said-
he
Exactly.
didn't do anything.
Nobody looked at Clay. Nobody looked at Washington.
They
It
didn't
becomes a
get-
Draymond
yeah.
thing. And that's what Stu
Yeah.
ain't even have nothing to do with this. He's just
He
trying
was
to
just
be a
trying to
good
break it up.
teammate. And he
And it's-
becomes the reason. This is the face. He's the one who started it. Just let's suspend Stu. And it's like, Jesus Christ, he didn't even start this
It
shit.
reminds me of Matt Barnes when he was with the Clippers. Like, you know,
Yeah,
Once you get that
I have to defend
reputation,
all these
man, it's
dudes.
hard to
I
drop
think
it.
You need that though. You know?
You need it.
And they gonna get rid of
When
it.
you don't have a position,
Yeah.
like he gotta take it. It's a role.
Yeah.
It's a role you sign up for.
I
If
think it's
all the roles are
sometimes.
taken.
Like even when he
Sometimes.
said the Lego thing, that
The
wasn't fun.
NBA
Like it's something to
man,
talk about.
like that shit works for a little bit. Like he's a great
If
defender.
he continue on this path, I get what you're saying, but
He got to pick and choose.
But I'm saying
Yeah.
he's a good defender, but he only makes the news for fighting.
But he not the guy fighting. He's the dude doing the little cheap shot shit.
And
He's a
talking-
cheap shot smart guy. He knows how to when he say, all right,
that's
when he do that,
was Stephen A.
I'm gonna get you in the course of the game where you gonna be like, yo, this motherfucker really just hit me in my motherfucker
He's
just
a good
really
defender.
hit.
Like he's a good defender. He plays his role well, but nobody ever looks at him as that type
they
of
just look at
person.
him as somebody.
Like it's like Reggie Evans, right? Reggie Evans rebound, he's
Perfect.
playing defense.
That's who he is.
Now imagine if Reggie Evans was fighting.
That's who he is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's who he is. But if Reggie Evans was actually throwing hands, it becomes a different look.
Yeah, Reggie Evans.
Yeah. Well, speaking of reputations, Minnesota wasn't the only city crashing out Sunday.